Hello, every meowie. It's the last Purr's day of the month, so it's time for Warrior Chats. I'm Taylor Felicity. I'm here with Melanie and Zay. We are millennials who didn't read the Warrior Cats books as kids, but we're reading them now to see how it changes us. And I think I keep forgetting to do this, but I do have a little thing that'll drop people's links in chat. I think I haven't done that for I don't know how many episodes. But there they are if you want to find us elsewhere.
Also, with us
oh,
starting off, I'm gonna get my warrior cat name for our first stream.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Everybody clock in. Ooh.
Rose Spit. Rose Spit.
Whoa.
Rose Spit. Yes.
Or Rose's Pit.
I think it's Rose Spit.
Whoa, I'm Nutbee.
These are great names. I added some more things to the bot, including Spit. Is one of the new ones. I added some shithead ones.
I might have to update my metrics for the other episode. I'm liking Nutbee.
Nutbee is pretty good. And Call Me Zeus Fox Step, which is a much more
pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
seems like a real one.
It's a little more genteel than some of the otother ones.
Anyone who gets a shithead name, you can be a member of Piss Clan.
Yes.
Honorary member of Piss Clan. So I think that Nutbee and Rose Spit probably in Piss Clan.
Nutbee is not. I mean, that's
not. Nutbee is right there.
I think Nutbee is nice. Also, I forgot. I'm gonna keep the clock in thing, but I am gonna turn off that it comes up in the middle of the screen and covers my face because I forgot about that. Because I'm vain. I want everyone to see my beauty. No, I think.
Killian.
Silver! Oh no! They're all coming out tonight.
Yes!
That's a Piss Clan name.
That's a Piss Clan name for sure. That's like an old cat with a gray bush.
That's Bushhole's grandma.
Bushhole's grandma. It's like they change your name to like One Eye if you get an injury. It's like once your pubes turn gray, they change your name. Sorry, Killian. Sorry that happened to you, that you got that name. Okay, let me see. What am I doing?
Not sorry that name exists though.
Perfect.
Yeah, not sorry the name exists, but sorry that you got it. Hello, everyone. Hello, Killian. Hello, Snake Swarm. I think I said this last time, but that's already a cool Warriors style name. Okay. We've got stuff to talk about. We started a little late. I'm sure we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, so we need to get cracking. And we'll start with, as usual, pro-library propaganda. We did get all our books from the library, as per usual. Also, Melanie said that we should mention, especially with everyone having like these huge snowstorms, and not everyone, but a lot of the US. Yeah, having huge snowstorms and cold weather across a lot of the country. A lot of libraries offer their space as warming centers if they're open. So some libraries had to close when there was this huge storm, but when they're open, a lot of libraries
for a few days.
Yeah, a lot of libraries offer their spaces as warming centers for people who don't have other places to go. So we wanted to shout that out. If there's anybody who needs that service or needs to tell other people about that, also just say that's something cool. Also, speaking of the cold, fuck ice. The Department of Homeland Security needs to be fully dismantled. Everyone from the top down needs to be tried for their actions. This isn't like a new opinion for any of us. And we don't shy away from talking about politics on this podcast really at all. But we, given everything that's been happening lately, especially, we felt it needed to be said in no uncertain terms where we stand on this. Right now,
can you imagine someone coming to this podcast and being like, no, these people love fascism.
I wonder where they stand.
They love to lick boots, and not in the hot way. So yeah, Minnesota obviously has been in the news because there's a big a lot of ice action there. And I do have a link. Okay, can this? Oh, here we go. Is this posting? Oh, it's not letting me paste. Oh, here we go. I'm running into technical difficulties. I'm going to put a link in the chat of a Reddit post that's ways to help in Minnesota. But also wanted to mention ICE is about to come to our home state of Ohio to mass deport Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, who currently have legal status. But DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, is revoking their status in order to deport them. Literally, they are having their status revoked at like noon on whatever date. I forget the date.
The 4th.
And the 4th. And ICE has said, we're going to be there at 11:59, which is like, fuck off.
They're not just going to Springfield, though. They're going to Columbus as well, like the Haitian neighborhood.
Yes. Yeah, they're going to all over Ohio. But I know Springfield is what was in the news because the Springfield is the city for people who aren't in Ohio. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, like the horrible racist shit.
Yeah.
So that's like a hub of where they're going to be. Also, Snake Swarm, I have links turned off. So if you just put a link, if you're in the Discord, you can put it in the Discord.
Is that a link?
I'm assuming, yeah, that's what it shows up
Are you guys
as.
aware of asterisk, asterisk, asterisk? Which to me, I'm like, are you guys aware of ass?
Exactly what I thought. Oh, that.
No, I'm
pretty
assuming
aware.
it's a link because I think that's how links show up.
Yeah, Margo?
Yeah, we're aware. Or you
Yeah,
can
I know
say
it's
we're
about-
aware.
You could say we're
About
pretty
ass
aware.
Huh.
Oh, iceout.org. Okay. Yes, that is a good resource for people. Okay, and then speaking of links,
Where it
here's the
shows
link.
people like where ICE currently is in a city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, whoops! I accidentally turned off my. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Okay. So there's a link to a Reddit thread that's like resources in Minnesota. Iceout.org is great. And yeah, if you have other resources that you want to share, I have links turned off in Twitch chat because people. Not anyone who's like a chatter right now, but like random people pop into chat and are like, hey, go to sex.com or whatever. So I have that turned off.
Hold on 1 second.
No, nobody do it. Nobody do it.
I just need to look something up real quick.
And then while we're giggling and gaggling, I did make a bingo card for Warrior Chats, and the first person, you can click that link and generate a personal bingo card for yourself. First person to get bingo, I'll give VIP or a gifted sub if you're already a VIP. Okay.
You love sex.com. You'll love ass.org.
If you like.
I
And
prefer
cum.gov.
Cum.gov.
Can we say the same joke at the same time?
Oh my god.
Uh,
But cum.gov actually, once Trump took office, they really changed it. They got rid of a lot of the good stuff.
Yeah, they stripped a lot out of there. But
Yeah.
you know, you can hop
I
on
think
the Wayback Machine Internet Archive. You can find some of those.
you can find some good stuff.
Some of those things.
I think Curse Cat Name does count for name claims in chat. So yeah, I think the fact that somebody got
Yeah.
Silver Bush or Silver Hole, sorry, and all that is accurate. Okay, I need to wrangle us back onto the rails. TikTok time. Talking about TikTok. In our Firestar's Quest episode, Melanie said that Firestar partially named Leafpaw after Spotted Leaf. Probably 80,000 people commented to say that Sandstorm actually named her after Leafstar. In my opinion, Firestar still makes the connection between Spotted Leaf and Leafpaw, so Melanie isn't wrong, but I'm not really mad about people commenting to correct us because that TikTok has almost 8,000 views. So thanks everybody for the engagement. That's like by far our best performing TikTok, even better than when I accidentally advocated for incest. So
But
this is
also-
going good.
I would like to say I'm pretty sure that like the Warriors wiki like credits that Leafpaw is named after both. Like it's partially named after Leafstar
Yeah.
and the Spotted Leaf.
I think she is partially named after both.
So I'm not wrong. Even if they think I'm wrong, I'm not
wrong.
fucking wrong.
Exactly. I also in that TikTok said that naming Leafpaw after Spotted Leaf is like naming your kid after a hot priest you were in love with, and Mila, who's one of my mods, friend of the pod, Mila commented, "That's why I'm naming my child Judge the Priest after the character from Wake Up Dead Man."
And they're right to do so.
And that is a hot priest. I posted a backlog of some older clips that I never got around to posting, and Izzy commented, ain't no warrior code when you're sipping claws," about White Claw's death, because I posted that clip. Which doesn't rhyme, but is very funny. Izzy also commented on a different video about Crowpaw. This is a slightly edited comment, but they said, "I imagined Crowpaw doing an Akira slide while saving a kit, and now I have a crush on him."
Do we
Oh,
all?
yeah.
I think only Margot doesn't like Crowpaw, right? Is it?
Didn't.
Oh, okay.
Not a spoiler. No, we're a whole book since we last talked about Crowpaw.
Oh,
That's
my
true. A whole
goodness.
book of Crowpaw content. Okay, the last thing I'll say for TikTok before we get into the recap, which is the longest recap of the podcast so far. I wanted to shout out Melanie's mom has commented on several videos that were cute, which I love. And also
And
it's
she's
so
not
funny
wrong.
if people don't know that's your mom, that it's just like someone commenting like, "You three are so cute."
What's funny is it's usually I'm not on TikTok anymore now after
Yeah.
it like switched over hands. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see all of these through Taylor from now on. But I think the one that I saw before I was off of there, she was liking one where it's just like us being so gay and like talking about being like a very gay podcast. And my mom's just like, "She's so cute, my daughter."
Yeah, the one she commented on was one that I was like, whoa. I
She's
forget what it was.
Supportive
but
of me to a fault, maybe.
yeah. No, not to a fault. We
Not
all
so
agree.
far. Yeah.
Okay, well, 18 minutes into the stream, Margot, take it away with the recap.
All right. I'm just gonna hop right in because despite this being, I think, the shortest book we've read, this is the longest recap.
Except for Scourge, I guess, but
Except for Rise of Scourge, but otherwise, in the actual prose novel, it's the shortest. So we read Moonrise, which was published in August of 2005, written by Cherith Baldry. It's the second book in the New Prophecy arc. Quick note, the chapters in this book mostly alternate between two different plots, two different viewpoints, but I think that's a little disconnected. They don't really overlap, so I'm going to tackle them one at a time. But first, the prologue. We're clearly expanding beyond the forest now, as the prologue shows us a group of cats huddled in a cave, asking a mud-covered cat named Stoneteller if the tribe of endless hunting has spoken to him. He has seen signs in moonlight and shadows, and this tribe of endless hunting has told him there is hope. A silver cat not from this tribe will come to rid them of Sharptooth. These cats, the tribe of rushing water, are surprised to learn there are cats not of the tribe, but anxious for this silver hero to arrive. In what I guess is the B plot, back with Leafpaw and ThunderClan, Firestar announces to the whole clan what we saw at the end of the last book. Two-leg monsters have begun leaving the Thunderpath and driving into the forest. As the clan panics, Firestar tries to reassure them, with little success. The clan leader then leads a delegation to Shadow Clan, whose territory was the one nearest the Thunderpath. As they enter the clan's territory, though, they're attacked by a patrol. Firestar talks the cats down from a fight, tells Russet Fur he needs to talk to Blackstar, but the Shadow Clan leader turns them away, believing that the danger is already past. Leafpaw suggests talking to Wind Clan, but Cinderpelt says that Firestar will not want to try again so quickly. So Leafpaw talks to Sorreltail, and the two of them head out the next morning. They discover that the Wind Clan territory has also been invaded by a two-leg monster, but before they get to the camp, they're attacked by a Wind Clan patrol and driven onto River Clan territory. They have to turn and fight and are outnumbered until Mothwing appears and runs the Wind Clan cats away. The River Clan apprentice medicine cat, who Leafpaw thinks is so pretty and cool for definitely straight reasons, fetches them some herbs and then chats with them about their mission. She talks about things changing in the clan and mentions that an ambitious cat might take the chance before cutting herself off. The Thunder Clan cats have to leave when Mothwing sense a patrol coming, but as they go, Leafpaw thinks about how Mothwing's brother Hawkfrost reminds her of another cat she can't place. A few days later, Mothwing makes an excuse to hang out with her definitely not crush by offering to teach Leafpaw how to fish. Hawkfrost shows up again, and Leafpaw has to duck underwater and hide in the stream.
Side note, that's one of the gayest interactions I think I've seen. Her pushing her into the water to hide her feels so gay to me.
Those two we'll get into it. Those two chapters. Wow.
Damn.
Lesbians
Should have
love
been
to
in
shove
Rainbow
each other
font.
into pools of water.
Lesbians are always doing this.
Hmm.
Let's see. Hawkfrost is out watching for cats from other clans and then gets very fashy, talking about making River Clan great while the other clans are weak. This is the ambitious cat Mothwing mentioned, and he even talks favorably about Tiger Star. As he does this, Leafpaw realizes that Hawkfrost resembles Tiger Star, and that his rogue mother might have met the villain. Could he have been Hawkfrost and Mothwing's father? No time to think about that, though, because ThunderClan discovers that WindClan has been stealing prey from their territory, and food is already scarce for them, leaving many cats hungry. Some of them want to attack, but Firestar settles on peace and decides to visit WindClan. Leafpaw suggests learning to catch fish from the river, but is rejected. When Firestar presses, she admits that Mothwing already taught her. He tells her he has to punish her so as not to show favoritism, but Cinderpelt convinces him to bring her along to WindClan instead. When the patrol arrives at the border, though, they're greeted with hostility by Tallstar and his warriors. When Firestar explains why ThunderClan is there, Tallstar seems surprised to hear that his warriors are stealing prey. Mudclaw denies it, and Greystripe,
the enemies of Piss Clan.
We'll have to expand it out.
We're building a world. We're building a world. Yeah, Piss Clan are good.
Little world.
Piss Clan is definitely good. Okay.
Yeah, piss is clean.
Yeah.
Piss is the body's medicine. Have you ever heard that?
Okay, so I just want to be clear. I know we made a joint statement earlier about ice. Not everything that we say we all agree with.
I think everything we agreed, everything we're saying, we're all on board for. We definitely never disagree on this podcast.
We never disagree. Snakesworm pointed out cat is called wrong name in bingo. Yeah, I think saying Mud Clan instead of Mudclaw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You can have it. That's for you, chat. I've given that to you.
Yeah.
The one that we're most in danger of for this episode is Stone Fur versus Storm Fur.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, neither can the writers, because one time he is referred to as Stone Fur, so writers and editors also don't know the difference.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? Greystripe attacks Mudclaw. Firestar stops him. He and Tallstar agree to peace, though neither has a solution to the lack of prey. Leafpaw considers telling Firestar or Cinderpelt about the apprentice's dreams and where the 6 of them are, but decides against it because we still have more than 100 pages to fill at this point. At the half moon, all the medicine cats gather to visit the Moonstone and share dreams with StarClan. On the way, they discover a rabbit that has been poisoned by the Two Legs. WindClan has already lost a number of their clan to poison prey, apparently. While dreaming at the Moonstone, Leafpaw dreams of strange mud-covered ancestors and then of a strange, beautiful tortoiseshell cat, our most special girl, Spotted Leaf. The former medicine cat turned apparent angel of the Lord tells Leafpaw that her sister is safe, but protected by a different clan of ancestors right now. Spotted Leaf also says she will be with Leafpaw from now on. And yes, I did hurt myself rolling my eyes at this. Leafpaw explains to Firestar and the clan that any rabbits they catch might be poisoned. And Firestar has her remove the rabbit already in the fresh kill pile. But before she can dispose of it, an elder named Dappletail ignores her warning and eats half of it. The next day, she's sick.
I got so pissed off at Dappletail.
I
was like, kill yourself, I guess.
She gobbles down bites of this rabbit when her leader is like, we are not having rabbit anymore. Like,
this
I don't
is
care.
Poison.
This is poison. This will kill you.
WindClan probably can't handle this.
I gotta get it. I was like, in my notes, Dappletail, you piece of shit.
Yeah, Dappletail. I mean, to be fair, very cat behavior to gobble something down they're not supposed to have that will kill them. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Also, it's worth noting, like, they are literally starving at this point. A lot
Yes.
of the cats. Like,
They are
it is
starving.
bad. This is supposed to be a representative of how bad it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of things being bad, while out gathering herbs, Leafpaw sees Mistyfoot save a black cat named Reedpaw from drowning in the river and rushes to see if she can help. Mothwing and Hawkfrost are there as well, but Mothwing panics and Leafpaw has to step in to save the apprentice's life. Before she has much time to celebrate saving her first life or worry about her friend, Leafpaw returns to camp and gets bad news. Dappletail is dead, and Cloudtail and Brightheart have disappeared, leaving behind their kits. Things get even more depressing when one of Dustpelt and Ferncloud's kits, Large Kit, starves to death. Later, while out with Leafpaw, Sorreltail accidentally chases a squirrel into RiverClan territory, where she is discovered by Hawkfrost, who wants to take her back to Leopard Star. Mothwing runs over, and she and Leafpaw try to convince him to let Sorreltail go, but Hawkfrost is yelling about the code and clan borders. He's ready to start a war with ThunderClan while they're weak. He also lets slip that Mistyfoot has also disappeared. Mothwing is finally able to make him back off by convincing him that it would be easier to let ThunderClan continue to weaken and then take their territory. As he leaves, Mothwing pleads with Leafpaw that she only said that to make him stop. And she also admits that yes, Tigerstar was their father.
What?
Yes. Oh no. It's so shocking at this point, where we've been guessing it for.
It's kind of shocking that they know, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
expecting
kinda
they
did think
wouldn't
that was gonna last
know.
a couple of books. The next day, Leafpaw awakes from a dream where two-leg monsters were running over her clan. Outside in the real world, ThunderClan may not be under attack, but they're not much better off. A patrol returns with Mousefur, who is injured by two legs outside of their monsters. Leafpaw thinks this may be a clue to where the missing cats have gone, so she tells Cinderpelt she's going to search for them and takes Sorreltail with her. Near the monsters, the two of them find a small two-leg den, sized for a cat. Inside is kitty pet food, but when Leafpaw goes in to investigate, the trap springs, locking her in.
A trap, an obvious trap.
An obvious trap, but she thinks this could be a trap while she's climbing in there. But,
Yeah.
you know?
As long as I go
Oh,
slow.
Yeah. As soon as she mentioned, I'll tell my dad everything as soon as I get back, I was like, this bitch is not going back.
Yeah. 100%.
She is either dying or getting kidnapped. I don't know.
Let me just take the only other cat who was with me when I was encountering Hawkfrost and him saying all that stuff. Let me just take Sorreltail with me.
Yeah.
And then we'll be good to go, actually.
Yeah. We'll be all set.
Yeah, she also doesn't tell anyone about Hawkfrost, I don't think.
Yes.
Like,
I don't think
exactly.
so.
There's no, like,
she doesn't.
Hey,
like, I'll talk about it when I'm back.
Yeah. Also,
for no goddamn reason.
Love that was the B story.
Wild.
What we just got through is kind of the secondary plot of the book.
Technically the secondary plot, though you could argue that is way more relevant to
oh yeah, we did interrupt.
Actual overarching.
We did interrupt Satori recap. That's kind of
maybe
a
once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not. That's
I wanted to do it more.
Well, we still have the main plot of the book to
interrupt
us
the book
much as we like.
So yes, while all that is going on, our 6 cats on a mission from StarClan wake up in the cave where they met Midnight last book. This time, our point of view character is Stormfur, Graystripe and Silverstream's kid who was not sent by StarClan, but followed his sister Feathertail. He chats with Midnight as the others are waking, and then the Badger leads them all back to the woods they stayed in a few days ago. Purdy is there waiting for them like he said he would, but he's not the only thing, as that night a couple of young foxes stalk the camp. The cats prepare for a mutually destructive fight with the foxes until Midnight steps in and talks the foxes down, though the cats are not able to make a camp here as they had intended. As they leave the forest, they debate going through Two-Leg Place again, or taking the path that Midnight suggests, through the mountains. Midnight says to Purdy that the path has been laid out in the stars. She also tells him that he cannot go with the young cats, and they must rely on their own bravery. So the cats head off for the mountains, leaving Purdy and Midnight behind. While traveling, they deal with obstacles like gaps in the path and bird attacks, and they spend a rainy night huddled under a rock. The next day, they find a rushing stream leading over a waterfall where they might find prey below, but Brambleclaw insists they continue upward to eventually make it out of the mountains. They only get so far, though, before the river floods and washes them back down over the waterfall. The cats wake up at the bottom of the waterfall and discover that they are being watched by a large group of strange cats who call themselves the Tribe of Rushing Water. Instead of driving them off like clan cats, though, these cats invite them in with curiosity, especially toward Stormfur. Needing food and shelter, the forest cats follow them behind the waterfall to the cave that is their home. There they are introduced to the Teller of Pointed Stones, or Stone Teller, the healer and leader of the tribe. They tell the tribe about their quest and learn that the tribe cats have different terminology and customs, but do things very similarly to them. The tribe also mentions the Cave of Pointed Stones, but won't reveal more. They also seem afraid of something. Tawny Pelt's shoulder has been re-injured in the fall, so the forest cats decide to stay with the tribe while she heals. They learn to hunt and navigate in the mountains, especially Stormfur, who develops a quick connection with a hunter named Brooke. 3 days later, Tawny Pelt's shoulder is doing better and the clan cats prepare to leave, but the tribe cats block them from going. Stone Teller says that he has received signs from the Tribe of Endless Hunting, and it is time for a telling. So the clan cats are herded to the Cave of Pointed Stones. There they begin a ritual, thanking the Tribe of Endless Hunting for saving them from Sharptooth by sending the promised cat, Stormfur. Sharptooth is a large cat, like a lion but without a mane, that prowls around the mountain, and the tribe is convinced that Stormfur will kill him. They corral Stormfur and push the other adventurers out of the cave. For a couple of chapters, we switch viewpoints to Feathertail as the tribe cats escort them out of their territory. But the forest cats decide to come back and rescue Stormfur, with Brambleclaw saying that they all go home together. While waiting for a chance to begin their rescue mission, Feathertail and Crowpaw get a chance to talk, and they all but admit their feelings for each other. Crowpaw basically asks if they will continue to date when they get home, and expresses his belief that the four clans will have to work together more.
So good and cute.
That night, they head back to the cave, covering themselves in mud to disguise their scents. A storm begins to roll in. Oh, I actually missed a little bit of my recap. The cats end up in a cave where they meet 3 other cats who are former tribe cats. They were sent to kill Sharptooth, but failed. There are actually 6 of them sent. They failed. 3 of them were killed. The other 3 have decided not to go back for fear of how they would be treated when they go back. Sorry, lost my place with my notes.
While you're finding that, I feel like you have real Josie and the Pussycats kind of vibes today, Margo, with your like hoops and stuff in your ears. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Well, what are the moons for the Moonrise?
Okay, yeah, also, while you're saying this, I was gonna bring this up, but Call Me Z just said this in chat, which is so funny. And all I have to say about this is like the most British thing I've heard of. So, Call Me Z said, I just thought y'all would like to know that the Tribe of Rushing Waters exists because of 9/11. Vicky stated that she wanted to explore what happens when 2 different religions encounter one another.
Okay, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this.
Yeah, we can't right now.
I have some things to say about how different the tribe and the clan are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, we're...
Yeah. It's 2 different sects of the same religion. It is not. It's not even Protestant and Catholic different.
Yeah, it's like...
We can't get into it right now.
It's like
we have to get to
Baptist
the
and
recap.
non-denominational, where it's like, you're kind of the same thing, right? Like, you're...
Yeah.
You're a little different. Yeah, so funny to me. Because I think someone had, maybe it was you, Call Me Z, someone a couple episodes ago said something about the 9/11 post, and so I posted a screenshot of it in our Discord server, but yeah, that's so funny. Snakes Form just said, a friend of mine told me about a few cats in the future that represent a late fan and her parents in honor of them. That's very sweet. 2 sides of the coin. One side of the coin is a cat exists because of 9/11. The other is a tribute to a fan.
Wow,
Okay.
mixed bag.
Okay, we're in the home stretch of the recap, I think.
Are
Yeah,
we?
yeah. Uh, yeah. So
Oh no,
yes,
you
I
lost
actually
your
got
place
jumped.
9/11.
No, I realized I jumped around in my recap because the tribe cats come in later. There's so many nights where they spend a night in a cave in the
Yeah.
mountains. I'm
Oh,
getting
yeah.
my nights mixed up. The
Yeah.
cats come in later. First, they run back. The forest cats go back to the cave, covering themselves in mud to hide their scents. A storm begins to roll in, but as they reach the waterfall, something worse appears: Sharptooth. By the time they make it inside the cave, Sharptooth is tearing through the tribe's home, and the cats are scattering everywhere. The forest cats rush straight for where they last saw Stormfur and find him in the tunnel with Stoneteller. They grab Stormfur and run, though Sharptooth is already leaving, a mother cat in his jaws. Using all the skills the tribe cats taught him, Stormfur begins to lead his friends out of the mountains, though he can't shake the guilty feeling of leaving the tribe to be picked off by Sharptooth. That night, they find a cave to rest in, but discover 3 former tribe cats in the cave: Talon, Rock, and Bird. Stoneteller sent 6 of them to kill Sharptooth, and the other 3 died. These 3 have lived in the mountains since. They agree to let the forest cats stay, and while most of them rest, Stormfur and Squirrelpaw go out hunting. Stormfur realizes with some relief that his infatuation with Squirrelpaw has faded ever since he met Brooke, and they now hunt as friends. After hunting and speaking with Talon, Stormfur lays down to sleep. In his dreams, he is visited by his mother, Silverstream, who tells him she's proud of him and encourages him to help the tribe of Rushing Water.
Did either of you tear up during that part? Because I totally did.
Yeah, I did
That
too.
part was
Meeting his
good. Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, that part was.
But then
It
he
was
smelled her
very sweet.
scent, and I was like, okay, we can stop this. Her sweet
Melanie,
scent.
Melanie hates the sweet scents.
I didn't put in a note about the sweet scent of Spotted Leaf, but I did clock it, and I did get mad at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, he smells Silverstream. She encourages him to help the tribe of Rushing Water. He wakes up and meows to the others that he has to go back, and they all decide to go with him. Squirrelpaw has an idea, even, that if they can't kill Sharptooth, they find something that can. So Stormfur and the others go back to the tribe's cave with Talon, Rock, and Bird. Together, they explain their plan to kill Sharptooth by leaving a hare stuffed with death berries as a poisoned bait. Talon cuts his own paw and runs off to create a trail of blood to lead the monster back. But just as they're getting the trap laid, Talon comes running back with Sharptooth already on his tail. Sharptooth ignores the trap, immediately knocking the hare aside as he begins wreaking havoc in the cave. The cats begin to run and hide, but Crowpaw is trapped with Sharptooth advancing on him. Stormfur panics, but Feathertail does not. To save the cat she loves, she leaps from the ledge she was on to knock a pointed stalactite from the ceiling into Sharptooth, killing him. However, the fall is too much for Feathertail, and she dies after telling Crowpaw she'll always be with him. In the moonlight, her fur shines like silver.
Shut up. Go on, but shut up.
I really have one more thing to go through, and that's in our epilogue. Squirrelpaw wakes up from a dream. Squirrelpaw wakes up from a dream where she sensed Leafpaw's danger. Over the last couple days, she and the forest cats have been traveling over the mountains. That morning, they spot high stones, and beyond it, the forest they call home. And that is Moonrise.
And that's all we have time for.
That's the episode. See you, everybody.
40 minutes of the stream is recap. Not recap. We 20 minutes of the stream is recap.
There's a lot in this
Fall.
book.
That's a good name.
Whoa,
Okay.
I like that.
Purr, Sniff, Hiss. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
Okay, Purr. The tribe/clan comparisons were so dumb, and I loved them. It was never like the tribe that did something that the clan doesn't do. Like, oh, you're teaching us a new thing. It was always like, oh, you call that must be this. You call it we'll get into it. I have them listed out and I want to talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
But they were dumb and I loved them so much. My Sniff, I said the stuff with Mothwing and her brother have me really nervous.
Yeah.
Because I want a little lesbian medicine cat love story. I want that. But it has me nervous, and I'm interested to see how that plays out. I'm hoping that Mothwing doesn't totally betray Leafpaw, and I hope that Hawkfrost gets what's coming to him, as I hope all incels who idolize Hitler/Tiger Star do.
Hey, he might be fucking. We don't know. He might just be unpleasant for other reasons.
Yeah. If he is fucking,
Tiger Star
he's
wasn't an incel. We know that he was fucking.
That's true. Yeah. We know.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that too.
In fact, seemingly from the books, the ones who are incels are the heroes.
Okay, clipping that out of context. Adding to my soundboard. Margo saying the ones who are incels are heroes.
To Margo, okay. To clarify.
None of our heroes that we know of have sex. So I do have a question about that later on. I'll let Mel finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
My hiss is a hiss I've had this entire time, which is not communicating. Trigger warning for suicide, but I'm gonna blow my fucking mouse brains out the way that they're not talking about shit still, and still using it to tell the story. What are we doing? Okay.
I read that right before you said it. Just in our shared doc. Snake Swarm also said was talking about the differences between how cats call things and said 2 legs. Oh, you mean baldy owlers, which they made up. I think Cross-Off chat is funnier than us because baldy owlers is really funny. Bald.
The way that the cats talk about 2 legs this book is very fun to me. They do talk about them as if they are like insects or other animals, like being like the 2 legs are swarming.
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah. Okay, I'll go next for Person of Hiss. My Purr, I loved the drama. There was so much drama in this one. Midnight and Firestar's quests sometimes felt like a lot of descriptions with the traveling, because all 3 of these books have been very heavily travel themed. Sometimes felt like a lot of descriptions of, then we went here and saw this, and then we went here and saw this. But this one, I really liked the complication of going a different way back, running into the new tribe. And I'm also a sicko who kind of loves when the cats die in these books, and Feathertail's death really shocked me. I was not expecting that at all.
Same.
Yeah.
Even Feathertail being like the cat from the prophecy, I didn't really clock, which I should have, because they mentioned like, oh, well, her fur is much more silver, but I
immediately thought it. Like, I was like, they're both that had the same parentage, and they're both like gray silver.
Yeah.
Why are we just assuming that it's storm fur?
Yeah, I spent the entire book going, couldn't it be Feathertail? Is she that? Does she look that different? But I didn't go look it up.
Yeah.
And then which should have been the clue that I was like, oh yeah, that's what the twist is. But
yeah.
Man.
I think it just made so much sense to me that there was a different prophecy about Feathertail. Like, Feathertail was doing, the prophecy from StarClan. So it really, the bait and switch of like not Hawkfrost. Oh my god, that's not even the same guy at all. Stormfur. Of Stormfur like not actually being the cat from the prophecy, I liked a lot. Sniff? What is Crowpaw going to do now? Now that he's alone in the world? Are the cats back way too late to help with anything? Side note, I don't know if this is a sniff exactly, but like a part of me was like, why the fuck did they have to go see Midnight? Because all of the stuff that happened with Leafpaw seemed like they went to Midnight. Midnight was like, your forest is about to be destroyed, and then they're gonna get back and the forest is gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, well, so I also had that. Part of what Midnight told them, I think, was that they are going to have to find a new home. And so far, the cats in the forest are like, what are we going to do? We can't leave the forest. Which is so wild, because Firestar is like months away from having found the clan that left the forest.
Yeah, he knows other cats live other places. That's the other thing. Which was written after, but still. And then the other thing I'm curious about is, I'm assuming the next book, because the way this book ended, they were so close to home. I'm assuming the next book they're gonna get home. Um, and are the other cats gonna be mad at them because they're coming back? They've been eating good. Like, obviously they're missing Feathertail, but like, are the cats in ThunderClan gonna be like, what the fuck? You left? We're starving. You look fine. Like, and you didn't tell anyone. Like, I wonder how they're gonna react to that. Hiss! There is some noble savage type stuff here with the tribe that makes me very wary as to how that's gonna go, because I think they're in other books. So.
Oh no. I thank you for bringing it up because that has made me pretty uncomfortable. And did you two read it? You didn't listen to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The accents they use for these tribe cats, I couldn't quite place it. It's like vaguely European.
Okay.
Of all the ways that it could go, that's probably more okay for McLeod Andrews to do.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird one.
I'm not gonna. I haven't read this whole document. I'm gonna link something in chat for the benefit of other people. It does have spoilers for the book, so I didn't read the whole thing. I just kind of glanced at it. But there is a document that's from like 2021, so it's a little bit older. Written by Indigenous fans of warrior cats. Sorry, not warrior chats. Talking about like some of the issues with like the tribe of rushing water and anti-Indigenous stuff. We're all white, and I don't think we haven't finished these books, and we're not like that qualified to talk about some of this stuff. So I thought probably the best thing to do is just like post this thing in chat to be like, hey, this is hitting me a certain type of way. Other people know more about this and can talk more about like kind of the issues. But yeah, I was like,
it's very uncomfortable.
And then on a less serious note, I am also pissed off that Firestar didn't at least talk about leaving and finding a new place to live when kittens are dying. He's just like, oh, God, I don't know what to do. So
I didn't interrupt when Margot was bringing this up that he was telling the tribe about the two legs coming and like their monsters and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that his clan is like, no, we should be worried about the monsters in our forest, and he's like, no, it's probably okay. That's wild. He does some stupid stuff sometimes, but him being like, it's probably not an issue is unhinged.
Yeah. Okay, Margot.
Yeah. All right. Purr. I really like the personalities and dynamics of the adventuring group in this one. I felt like there's a lot of focus on Brambleclaw in the last book, and this one really spread it out more. Obviously, we get a different viewpoint, but we also get a little bit from Feathertail. She makes a big sacrifice. We see a lot more development from Crowpaw. We see just good development of the dynamics. I really like that. I like them fleshing that out, and it really made the rest of the book work for me in a way that I don't know that would have otherwise. Sniff, I'm curious who the next book will focus on. We kind of end on Squirrelpaw in the epilogue, but Crowpaw is the most narrative sense. We also really didn't see anything. Yeah, I really want to see Crowpaw's perspective. I also thought, I was like, when I started reading this, I was like, okay, cool. We have 6 books. There are 6 main cats in this group. We're going to get one perspective every book, and then Feathertail fucking dies. So that's thrown off.
If Spotted Leaf has taught us anything, is that cats can still hang out a lot once they die.
Get to Spotted Leaf.
I thought you meant Spotted Leaf was gonna be one of the perspectives.
Oh my God! Feathertail's not here, so I guess we talk about how things could have been, and I wish they were. Wow.
Maybe a fridged female cat-centric book, because then we could have Spotted Leaf, Feathertail, and Silverstream could be in the afterlife together.
Yeah.
Okay, you were still in the middle of yours, I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
in my no, you're fine. You're fine. I also really want to see Tawny Paw's perspective. We don't see
Yes.
or Tawny
I forgot
Paw,
she was there.
Paw, that way, but she doesn't do a lot in this book. She got a little bit more in the last book, but I think she's just such an interesting perspective that I definitely want to see. I want to see that. Also, while we're in Sniff, I'm gonna re-up my prediction that at some point they're gonna have to kill a two-leg, and I think they're getting closer and closer to it. I think that by the end of this arc, that at least accidentally a two-leg will be dead because of the cats. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Can't wait.
I called my shot like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think it was one of the first ones.
Hiss. Why the fuck is Spotted Leaf here? And why does she get to break the ghost cat laws? Okay? I didn't mention in the recap because it's completely I've knocked my ears off in anger. I'm so pissed about this. I'm not a cat anymore. I can't be a fan of Spotted Leaf here.
I'm revoking my fandom. You
Ow.
break the ears in half.
No. It's that Spider-Man cover where he's left the suit in the trash can, that iconic Spider-Man cover, but it's me walking away with the cat ears poking out of the trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, Spotted Leaf. I'm so fucking mad about this. She literally saves Leaf Paw's life. Leaf Paw's about to slip in the river at one point when she's like going to save Reed Paw or whatever, and feels some presence like push her back and stabilize her. The cats can't do. StarClan can't do that, as far as we know. They've been like, we can't interfere, we can't do this. Nobody ever physically interacts with the world. Spotted Leaf gets to multiple times. She got to do this in Firestar's
Actually, at Spotted Leaf's level, she can.
she
can do whatever
really
the
like cat
fuck
god.
she wants.
At that price point, she can hit.
It makes me so mad. Also, I will say it feels relevant to our actual lives, but it does feel narratively weird to me that we like immediately get Cat Hitler 2 in the following book. Like, it's 2 books later.
Yes.
And also, I didn't really put this in my notes, but it really bugs me that we had a whole thing in the 6th book of the last arc, and in this book about how Tawny Pelt and Brambleclaw are Tiger Star's kids, but they're not. They don't have to be like Tiger Star. Like, they, who your father is does not determine who you are. And then
somebody does.
Like, well, here's a cat who looks like Tiger Star, and he is just a fascist like his dad. I was like, we literally went through a whole arc where Firestar had to realize, like, maybe I shouldn't judge a cat because of the fact that he looks like his dad. And now we got a cat who looks like his dad and is his dad.
Yeah. For every Vivian Musk, there is a Don Jr., unfortunately.
Well, apparently 3-1. So the fascist has 4 kids.
Yeah. Is
One
it Vivian?
of them would be
is that right?
I think so. I believe Vivian is correct.
I was like, maybe it's a different B name, but I think it's Vivian.
I think that's correct. I can double check that.
Fact check me. Fact check me.
She does use the last name Wilson. Musk is not.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Her last name. That was what was ringing incorrect to me. But yeah.
I knew it wasn't Musk, but I couldn't remember what it was. And I was like, well, maybe people won't know if I don't say Musk.
Yeah. So 3 of them are not at all like their dad. One of them just is.
Yeah.
This book has a lot of themes of cats taking after their dads. Honestly.
Oh, a lot of taking.
I want to talk about.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Are we in it? Are we going into it?
Yeah, we're in it now. Can we let's just talk? Do we want to talk about cat fascism?
Yeah, let's talk about cat fascism.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, Hawkfrost coming in, talking about making RiverClan great. Do we not learn from history? Like, it just reminded me of like being in high school and like fucking edgelord dudes being like, actually Hitler had some pretty good ideas. Like, just wanting to be interesting by saying something terrible. And but him being like, well, we wouldn't want to do exactly, he did it the wrong way, I would do it the right way. And it's like,
Yeah.
Sure.
Hawkfrost. Hawkfrost sounds like the name that a Nazi would choose as a code name.
That is true.
Hawkfrost.
Yeah, that's true.
He wants a war. He's wanting to start stuff. Which also, like, this is circling back to a thing we've talked about before, but it makes zero sense to me that these clans are wanting to fight with each other and are wanting to expand their territory into or taking over their other clans' territory, because I I don't think it's just a ThunderClan thing, but like it's understood that they need each other and that there is a balance in the forest of having those borders where they are. So like the way that they fight over borders is boggling to me. There's no reason to.
I don't think all of the cats do have the understanding that they need each other. I think like ThunderClan is not very expansionist, but RiverClan in the very first book was trying to take Sunning Rocks. Like that was where the kind of stuff started. And a lot of times I think it's driven by, at various times, like RiverClan had like the fish were poisoned, so they didn't have enough food, and then WindClan had been driven away, and so blah 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 blah. So I think it shifts because of that.
RiverClan, the fish were poisoned the last series, but now
Yes.
that's the only place where people are eating good. Suddenly the fish aren't poisoned at all, and it's
Well, that was a couple of years ago, I think, at this point.
even
The
still, that's
fish.
not how fucking pollution works. That's not how ecosystems work. Like the way that the humans were polluting there, I don't believe that would just stop in the way, like they're doing terrible things to other areas in the forest. Like I don't think that. Anyways, whatever.
It's funny for Hawkfrost to be like, yeah, we're gonna take all their territory. That's fucking destroyed. All the trees are being cut down. They're building like roads and stuff. Like, why would Hawkfrost want these territories that are like okay, yeah, sure, have this garbage like pail of of what's left of the forest. I also said regarding the parentage stuff, because we were kind of talking about that. I thought Leafpaw was going to take forever to realize Hawkfrost was Tiger Claw's son, but she gets to it pretty quickly, and then I put a note, takes after her mother, I guess. Because she does, like, figure out what's going on. And I also thought it was interesting, I think Margo in the recap, you said she realizes that Hawkfrost looks like Tiger Star, but she actually realizes Hawkfrost looks like Bramble-Claw. Bramble-Claw? Yeah, that's right. For a second I was like, wait, is that
Yeah, you got it right. You got it
right. Which it was interesting because I don't think ever Tiger Star would have been before she was born. So it's interesting that she's like, oh, they must have the same dad.
Yeah, I really appreciated someone putting two and two together like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tiger Star's kids, like he's been out there fucking, huh? Like that's another like part of like white supremacy, like birthers, like wanting to repopulate and like take over. It's very Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we've been saying Tiger Star is Cat Hitler. Is he just Cat Elon Musk?
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, but also debatable whether Elon Musk fucks or has women inseminated. So, which is kind of the worst of both worlds, right? You don't get to have sex, but you do have a lot of children.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's something I was gonna say about that. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Something about that. Maybe I'll remember later.
Tied to him fucking Sasha, when I think it's Leafpaw asking Greystripe about like if he ever met Sasha, what she was like. He describes her as quiet and ready to be friendly, which I wrote down because I thought that was weird. Ready to be friendly, and I was like, oh,
that's weird.
That's very trad wifey. I'm just like, yeah, she was very quiet and like, ready to be amiable in any way that she could be.
She makes everything from scratch and uses a lot of beef tallow.
And she was in Shadow Clan before going to River Clan, and like she told her
was
kids
a
about
rogue cat, wasn't she?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. She was over there like visiting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before she went over there to River Clan. But she told her kids about their dad favorably. Like
Yes.
we
Oh,
can. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, I just remembered what I was going to say because Snake Swarm said Sasha's manga kind of gives more ideas why she's like that, I think, which people have told us to read Tiger Star and Sasha, which is one of the manga series. And I was going to make a joke that it was like an erotic. Like, everyone's been telling us to read it because it's just them fucking. I will say, we have talked a little
Like
bit off
Hitler and his cousin.
stream about potentially, maybe at some point starting like a Patreon and doing some of the graphic novels or like reading fanfic and stuff like that as like Patreon episodes. That's not anything that we're like imminently doing, but like if that's something that people would be interested in, let us know. Because we're trying to think of like how we can like read some of that stuff and then still have time to like keep up with the main series. Margo, were you going to say something? I feel like I interrupted as you were about to talk.
Oh no, you're fine. I will say, just going backtracking slightly to talking about cat fascism. There was a lot of talk about making the clans great. Do we think that is intentional on the part of the writers? Obviously, it predate the rise of Trump, but making a country quote unquote great is a long time fascist phrase. I think the Italian fascists made Make Italy Great a big part of their platform. How intentional do we think that is? Because it comes up a lot. Like when the first time or two with Tiger Star was like, okay, that's an unfortunate coincidence.
Feels like it must be.
Or fortunate,
I think it's intentional because one of the concepts behind the book was that Victoria Holmes wanted it to be like a political kind of drama for young readers. So I think that has to be intentional, especially because there's so many things of fascism, especially we talked about it with like the first few books, but with the one that I always forget, Broken Star, the Shadow Clan, the first Shadow Clan leader, of like taking advantage of Shadow Clan already being hungry and like not having resources and like coming in and being like, I'll take care of you and I'll like take advantage of this, and whipping people into a frenzy and like child soldiers, all of that stuff. I feel like it has to be pretty intentional, especially if clan of Rush or tribe of rushing water is about 9/11. I think these books are politically informed in some way.
What if Trump's whole deal with Make America Great Again isn't based off of Italian fascists, but is because he had someone read Warrior Cats to him and he was like, that Tiger Star, he's really knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Tiger Star, not a nice person, but had some points. People.
He's a big. Hey, he took the test. He got Shadow Clan.
They're testing me. They're giving me
the
IQ tests. They're giving me IQ tests. I'm getting Shadow Clan every time. I wish I could get people in chat don't know this, but my husband does a really good Trump. Like a really funny
good
Trump. And I wish I could get him over here to do it, but he won't.
These cat people.
They're eating the mice, they're eating the rats, Snake Swarm said.
Snake Swarm. Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
They weren't hungry exactly, they were confused. That's my favorite Trump, when he says the sharks were confused about who someone was. That's why they attacked her. Okay.
Do either of you have anything more to say about fascism?
No,
let's just do more Trump impressions, though.
Well, to
Margo,
do one of our
you do
other
one
favorite
now?
topics, to move on our other favorite topics and get back to the topic of fucking, do we think that Stormfur and Brooke fucked?
Oh, no, I saw that you put that
Not
in a
yet.
note. When would they have done that?
Not yet, but I think that
There's like
I did make a
3
prediction
days.
in my notes that like he was going to get her pregnant and then be like, I can't leave now because I'm here. But I think he's not gonna leave now because his sister died there, and he's like, well, I have to.
Well,
This is where
they already
Feathertail.
No, he
left.
did leave. Yeah, they left.
I think he's gonna
Yeah,
go
like the
back.
epilogue.
Oh, go back, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
I think that's
they're
where he's
gonna
gonna
show
end
back up again. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back. There's 3 days where they're like out hunting a lot. That it's just off camera.
Then
Like,
maybe.
skipped over it.
I
There's
don't think
plenty of
Brooke would
time.
have sex while Sharptooth is ready to kill them at any moment.
I think she'd be more
I
likely
don't
to. She's only got so much
Yeah,
time.
you don't know.
No, I'm
you
saying
don't
while
know
they're
how
out,
it goes.
Margaret's while they're out hunting. I don't think
Yeah.
she's gonna be like, yeah,
The thrill
should we...
of getting caught.
Okay, we're
in claws.
different people.
Maybe
Mila
that's a
just
king for
called
her,
us
you don't know.
furries, which is not true. We're furry adjacent, okay?
Yeah. Wow.
We are not stealing furry valor.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
That's
Snakestorm
true.
said we
can't.
disagree with each other. Yeah, that's us disagreeing
It's
with each
not
other.
the first time I don't think on this stream.
And, also, for anyone who just joined, we do have a bingo going, which is what Snakestorm is referencing. Yeah, let's talk about romance, because we haven't really talked about that
I was gonna go into
as
Erins
much.
then.
Oh,
But
well,
we should talk about romance for sure.
they're related, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to take credit. I think last time I was the only one to clock Storm for having a crush on Squirrelpaw and Feathertail having a crush on Crowpaw. One of those, maybe someone else did, but I remember one of them I said, and you both were like, oh, I didn't notice that. And I was right on both. I can tell. I can tell when someone has a crush on someone.
Your superpower.
They were both short-lived for different reasons.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
both confirmed. Also, I don't want to forget this. And maybe you two won't even know what I'm talking about, but Feathertail and Crowpaw, some of the scenes where they were together and like being romantic, it really reminded me of that TikTok audio that's Zach from Smiling Friends saying, "Do you know why I had to punish you?" The way that they were interacting, and Crowpaw was like, I don't want to have to save you again, and she was like, oh, you won't have to. Like, it really reminded me of like that dynamic of couple, you know what I mean? Where they're like a little bit intense sometimes, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
guys.
Whoa. And he was younger than her, right? Like,
Yeah, an apprentice.
wow.
It's just like Anakin and Padme.
It's just like that. And Padme did die. So
It's exactly the same.
it's exactly the same.
Oh, was she pregnant with twins?
Oh, that's the next book. She
surprise in the next book.
posthumously gives
Yeah.
birth.
Ugh. I do love that part where they're off alone together hunting, and she's like, I wish that others could see like this side of him, like this fun,
Yeah.
like curious side of him. I thought that was so sweet. They were my favorite couple.
Oh no.
Like one of my first notes was just like little hearts around like Feathertail and Crowpaw.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Speaking of the crushes, though, I do like the way that Stormfur talks about his crush on Squirrelpaw later on when he's like, yeah, I'm just over it now. Because it's into Brooke. But it really felt like one of those crushes where you're infatuated with someone that you know is not good for you or like is not going to work out, but you can't help your feelings, and then once you're past it, you're like, yeah, I'm actually pretty glad that I'm not into that person anymore, because that was going to cause more issues than it would be worth.
Yeah. I have some things to say about that specifically. Like, it's good that he got over it, but like that whole him like talking about her really sucked. like because it wasn't like there was any flirting interactions between like on her side of it. Like there was Taylor seemed you saw something like that there was he liked her.
Yeah.
But truly it was a love triangle between him, Brambleclaw, and Squirrelpaw that literally only Stormfur was aware of. Like it was a whole
Yeah.
relationship that he lived out that didn't fucking include her. And I think that's really gross as like a femme
Oh.
person who has like people had crushes on who like have whole like ideas of what us being together is and like don't involve you, you know? Like it's pretty gross. So I'm glad for Squirrelpaw's sake that like he's over that. Oh, you feel for Brooke the way that you never felt for Squirrelpaw? Yeah, like you because you hung out with her and talked to her and like and she likes you and
That's really funny. I can see why you would take it that way. I just got it as like he's kind of like a quieter character, and so I just took it as like, oh, he had a crush on her, but like wasn't necessarily being weird about it. I do think this is an example of nature versus nurture, because his nature was the gray stripe in him was attracted to the tiger star in her. But then once he kind of was able to develop his own self, then he was like, oh, I don't have to follow in my father's footsteps and be in love with, this family lineage.
but I do need to follow my father's footsteps and love a member of another clan.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that is like 90% of relationships in this series is like, oh, a cat from another, because there's not really anything else to the romance if that's not the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're cats and because these are books that don't go that in depth with the romance, it is just like if you like a cat from your own clan, then you could just be together. Like there's not a lot of drama to Firestar and Sandstorm, except Firestar being too stupid to realize what was happening. And then some made up drama where Sandstorm is jealous of Spot and Leaf.
Yeah.
Who's long dead.
Snakeswarm said the hunters love forbidden love, and if they did, which this is a good point, if they didn't have kids outside of the clans, the inbreeding would be worse. And then said there's already some accidental incest, which is a type of forbidden love that the Erins seem to like.
Wow. Talking about the love between Gray Stripe and Firestar, like just being an innate part of like their DNA. Let's talk about those parents. So we don't get a lot of them together too much.
Oh, we get a moment though.
We do get a moment. Did you write it down too?
And I think we're thinking about the same one.
Firestar mewed and pressed against Gray Stripe in front of Leafpaw, and Leafpaw doesn't really isn't like this is weird or whatever. It's just like, yeah, that's my Uncle Gray Stripe that my dad loves. Yeah, that's totally normal. He just does that in front of me.
Okay,
with his best friend.
I want to clarify because I feel like you're missing a big part of this, which is where Firestar is specifically talking about the rogues, because somebody said something about it being hard to be a rogue, like it'd be cold and it's lonely. And Firestar presses himself into Gray Stripe, mews, and says, "At least they have each other." It's the gayest.
Gay.
It's one of the gayest things I've seen in a while, and I watched all of Heated Rivalry recently. Like,
he doesn't meow, he doesn't meow, he mews.
Yeah, I need like
That's
a gay alarm.
Way to talk as a cat.
Yeah, just wave the flag.
No, murmur is the gayest way to talk in this book. When you murmur something to someone.
Oh, that's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Speaking of gay things, though, I put it in the recap, but Mothwing and Leafpaw, like the crush is so obvious.
Yeah.
Leafpaw's like thinking about how beautiful that Mothwing is, and
it's so obvious.
What is happening?
You need to add a square for the big guy.
Just trying to get on the mic singing.
Yeah.
The other part, I don't really talk about it in the recap, but Mothwing, when she first appears to save Leafpaw, is so cool Like she's trying to be cool and effortless. I have to look up the actual line because she's just like, at one point they're saying they have to get back to their camp, and she's like, "What's the rush?" Like it's so flirty and obvious, and I
Yeah.
love it so much.
I think since we're talking about Mothwing, I still maybe think that Mothwing is not a sanctioned medicine cat. I can't tell because she did really fumble that cat drowning. And she did say, like, oh, I actually knew what to do. I just got so frazzled, which might be her plot line. Like, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But I don't know. And, like, I also, the part where she was like, yeah, get him some poppy seeds. And then Leaf was like, maybe not. I feel bad saying this, but let's not start an opioid epidemic in River Clan. Like, I just don't know if Mothwing. I think she planted that moth in front of whoever it is. I forget the Mudclaw. No, I forget who the Mudfur. Is that the River Clan medicine cat?
Isn't it Mudclaw?
Mudclaw is the mean Wind Clan one. I think Mudfur is the medicine cat. I can't remember. It's Mud something. I remember because we talked about that.
Jesus.
Medicine cat or drug dealer, who knows?
Snake Swarm says also a new favorite game of mine is when two mates go off together and I have to guess whether or not they fucked or got pregnant or not. Yeah. Truly. The moments of being like, what's happening here? When is this happening?
It's mostly between books, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Cowards.
Unfortunately.
Cowards. They should have put
no barbed penises for us.
That's horrible.
I said no, none of them.
I know, but I don't like to think about it. I don't like to think about that's what cats go through.
Yeah. The last thing I have for the romance section to talk about, it's not really the romance between these two, but it's about the interaction between Leaf Paw and Spotted Leaf. Like Leaf Paw being like, "Oh, you're the cat that my dad was/is in love with," and the fucking Spotted Leaf being like, musing to this guy's daughter about how like if things had been different, StarClan hadn't like
maybe I could be your mom.
I felt so likely that she was going to be like, in another world I would have been your mother, and it's like that sucks. And like the fact that she is always around like Leaf Paw now, that sucks.
I hate it.
I like it.
Ugh. I can't believe this book has made me like dislike a tortoise shell. I really liked Spotted Leaf at the beginning. Like, and now
I don't like her stuff with Firestar. I don't mind that she keeps showing back up. Meal and Chacha said, "I want to fuck your dad," which I know is they're talking about Spotted Leaf saying to Leaf Paw, but just looking over at chat, seeing Meal say, "I want to fuck your dad."
Yeah, they should specify which one of our dads.
Yeah.
Yeah, whose dad would you wanna?
Oh, Call Me Z said, "I like Spotted Leaf, but only the version that exists in my mind where she is mentally ill."
Yeah, I would like her better that way. They in that interaction also they talk about how different ancestors can block medicine cats from seeing certain skies, and I was like, how? Why? That seems really inconsistent. And like, aren't they supposed to be able to walk all skies like you fucking did, Spotted Leaf? And like, I know that she like has whatever Sky Clan ancestry or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so like that makes sense for that. But also it feels like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Really retroactive stuff. And then at the end of that interaction, Leaf Paw talks about Spotted Leaf's sweet scent, and my eyes rolled up.
I hate the fucking sweet scent.
Disgusting.
Oh my god, it makes me so mad.
What do you think she smells like? I imagine she smells like the Love Spell perfume from the 2000s.
I bet if cats like it, it's nasty. I bet it's like some weird like pheromone like piss scent, and they're like,
Ugh.
"Oh, so sweet."
The face you
That was a face.
Like Leaf Paw and Firestar being like, "Oh, huffing on this ghost cat scent." I hate it. I hate it so much.
We haven't talked about Sharp Tooth at all, and I feel like we
And
should.
we talked about Sharp too.
Yes. What is it?
I think it must be a mountain
Okay.
lion, right?
So here's the thing.
They don't
I
have
got
the
very
big
curious.
ones.
I got very curious about two things. One, how big the mountains are in this book.
Yeah, I
and
was
also
wondering that
two,
too.
what the fuck is Sharp Tooth? So I did a little bit of research because I was like, what is the biggest cat in Great Britain? Like, what is the biggest cat in
Oh.
England? There are rumors and tales of bigger cats, of real large cats, but nothing is confirmed in current day. The largest is a European wildcat, which is really not that big of a cat. I have a house cat that was probably about that big.
Mm.
The European wildcat gets up to like 15, 20 pounds typically. Like it's
Oh.
not
Yeah,
massive.
that's like the small end of that is my cat. So I don't think it could be that.
Yeah, I have a 17, 18 pound cat. Like
Yeah.
it just looks like a big house cat. So whoa, what is it supposed to be, like a mountain lion?
So it can't be a mountain lion. I mean, they're
I
describing
could
it
be
as
wrong.
being
I'm not
tawny.
from England, obviously. I don't live there, never have. So
I'm
maybe
from
I'm wrong.
England, innit? And I say it's a mountain lion.
Core blimey.
I should put a square for I make a unfunny joke.
Call Me Z says Spotted Leaf sweet scent is actually just weed.
Yeah.
Snake Swarm said, and then Leaf Paw is named Leaf Blaze because in another life.
Yeah. In another life. I'm looking
So
up
funny.
what
Leaf Blaze
Sharp
it.
Tooth is.
That's true. I did Google this while I was reading the book. I will say too, while we're talking about Sharptooth, what is Sharptooth's goal? Because Sharptooth will go in the cave and but Sharptooth goes in the cave once and like kills a bunch of cats and then drags one out to eat. Like, wouldn't you just get one? Like, why does Sharptooth come in the cave and like seemingly kill a bunch of cats and then walk away with one? If his goal is just
Do that though. Like real life cats do just kill and not eat what they are doing. According to a wiki that had so many ads it started to crash my computer, Sharptooth is a mountain lion. And I noticed it said like current attitude hostile, past attitude hostile. I was like, oh, okay. So I think that must be what it is, because that does look like a lion without a mane.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
That's what I was picturing. Also, so
I guess
a mountain lion, like if rats are able to speak cat
Yeah.
and understand cat, a mountain lion for sure. It's highly likely that it would be able to communicate with these
Yeah.
cats, right?
I
And
think it could and just didn't. I think it was just evil.
that's wild.
It's like
That's
a
wild.
serial killer, kind of.
Yeah. Also, my bad brain is every time that Sharptooth is said in the book or by Zay doing a recap, I was doing the Finding Nemo shark.
Oh.
Yeah, Sharktooth. Hoo-ha. What was it?
Yeah.
In my head. So that's a
funny.
poison that I'm passing on to everybody else.
Good. How so when we had the rats, we ranked how scary like different kind of scary threats were. Where do we think Sharptooth ranks in scariness? I think the other things we had the rats, we had the dogs, I guess like the humans, that's pretty scary. I think I'm forgetting some other
Rat's
kind
number
of.
one for me
Rat's
because
number
the
one
rats
for me.
learned to speak the cat language and apparently passed that down to
Uh-oh.
one leader rat, and who acted as like, oh, am I lagging?
You started to, but I
Just
think you're
briefly.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, for me it's rats for sure, number one.
For me, it's rats.
Sharptooth is honestly like last.
Yeah, kind of last for
Oh.
me.
I think if Sharptooth wouldn't have been killed so quickly, but the scene where Sharptooth goes into the den, it's like it was like, I think I'm gonna die in this house. Like it was like like they're like throwing cats up against the wall. There's blood everywhere. Like that was really scary, that scene. It not to read it, like I wasn't like scared reading it, but if I was one of those cats, yeah, I was like, oh, I have to put this book down. But
Sharptooth's gonna get me.
it's jumping out of the pages. But if I was one of those cats, I think I'd be more scared of that than the rats, I think.
I don't know. The rats were smart and malicious. Sharptooth just seemed hungry.
Yeah.
He wasn't hungry,
I think
exactly.
I think Sharptooth could have been a lot more terrifying if we got more with like it's half a book, a third, like half a book in which we're seeing viewpoints. It's like 4 or 5 chapters where we know what Sharptooth is.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, in horror movies, like things are a lot scarier until they are seen, like named and seen. And as soon as it's one mountain lion, I wrote in my notes, I was like, just go kill this guy. Like, just go band together, make a plan, and kill this guy.
That's what Stoneteller said.
They did try. I don't know if they could have. It was like a mountain lion is so much bigger than cats.
David and Goliath, you know?
Yeah, but the cats can't use a slingshot, I don't think.
At the end of this book, Cinderpelt pops another cat's leg back into place with with her mouth and a paw. So I think that they could probably figure out using a slingshot.
This is not how it was described in the book, but when Leafpaw was tending to the cat that was almost drowned, I was imagining her doing chest compressions on the cat.
I had a moment how is she doing? What? What does this look like if you were, again, another one of those moments where if you were a human, a 2-leg who saw this, you would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's really funny.
That cat is giving the other cat mouth to mouth.
Okay, do we still have topics? I think we're mostly, I have a few, but I can just post them in the Discord.
I have so much I need to say.
Okay, say it.
Okay, so we're talking about cats taking after their dads. Mothwing being kind of calculated, maybe the way that she's might be manipulating Leafpaw and not be gay.
I don't think they get together. We know that there really aren't gay pairings until the graphic novel, which is a retcon kind of, I think.
Yeah.
Automod held a message from Snake Swarm that said evil anti-lesbian.
Not just not a lesbian,
anti.
Feathertail and Stormfur taking after their dad by pining after cats from other clans. That's just be loyal to your own clan, okay? Just maybe keep it
lock in.
Keep it in the clan. But largely, there's also Mothwing has mommy issues with Sasha, which I made a little dumb joke to myself where I was like, she has real issue with Sasha being a rogue, but Rogue was is one of the hottest X-Men, so you should be so lucky. You know?
They don't know about X-Men.
God, what a sad life.
Yeah, it's so sad to be a warrior and not know about X-Men. They would have loved Wolverine.
It's
I
like
think
that
Wolverine will
meme
spare
of
them.
like girls with a time machine, and it'd be like Melanie showing Leaf Paw
This one's
Rogue.
Gambit. Look at his little crop top and abs.
Incredible.
But largely the thing that comes up with talking about cats taking after their dads is fucking Leaf Paw not saying a goddamn word to anybody where it would help. Like,
Yeah.
it really feels like Firestar getting what's coming to him by having a child like Leaf Paw. And some of it makes sense. I understand that she like promised that she wasn't going to talk about it, or like she felt like she couldn't tell Cinderpelt because like the vision came to her and not to Cinderpelt. But literally at the end, where is it? So she doesn't tell Firestar about Hawkfrost and makes Sorrel promise not to tell anybody either because it's too much trouble to bring it up. That's her fucking reason. I was so mad. So mad. And then you brought it up, but like her being like, okay, I will tell him after I go on this dangerous mission first that I'm not gonna come back from.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a little walk out here. I was pissed. It drives me crazy.
I really thought she was gonna say it by the end of the book. Like, obviously, they're not gonna do it in the middle of the book because, you know, we can't do that. We can't have communication until the end.
Mhm.
But the fact that she doesn't even do it at the end is so egregious to me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, the other stuff, I have like smaller things, but the larger thing that I want to talk about is the fucking the tribe stuff is what I want to talk about. Which we talked about voices being maybe European. I don't know. I would love to know what other people think they sound like in the audiobook. The fact that the tribe also names their cats after terrible things that happen to them, like if they get a scar or something like that felt very interesting that happens too. Tribe cats don't know how to whisper. That felt like that happened so many times where they would like say something that they didn't want these visiting cats to hear and be like, oh no, you could hear that? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It is, we talked about it a little bit, but I found it very funny trying to explain away the tribe's sexism by assuming that Stormfur was the prophesized cat and not Feathertail, because they said that Feathertail fur was dark and wet when they met. And it's like, wasn't Stormfur's too? They were all in the fucking water. What are we talking about here?
Yeah. And also they were there long enough that their fur would have dried.
Yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
they had already decided, like, this is the cat.
Probably, but it still feels like a piss poor excuse. Okay. These tribe versus clanisms, they were like, how can we possibly understand each other? They're so different from me. There's so much we could learn from each other. You and your strange beliefs. And it's like, sure, there are some differences. Like the way that the tribe hunts is different. Like they use camouflage and using decoys and like baiting to hunt. Sure. But literally there's healers instead of a medicine cat. There's tubies instead of apprentices, which I don't think that to be okay. Well, I'm gonna move on.
I don't even have time. We
can't
have
get
time.
into this.
There's no hurts.
Cave guards versus warriors. The season of frozen water versus leaf bear, which actually I really liked this one because it's like in the forest, the seasons are built around the trees and stuff. So everything is about leaf, whatever. But here, we didn't hear the other seasons, but I bet is all around water, which is, I really like that actually. Telling versus gathering, when it's like, we're going to have a telling. Oh, that must be like our gather. Yeah, man. Absolutely. sharing tongues versus the giving of close comfort. It takes so long to say. What are we doing?
Well, it's probably just this is a translation, might I remind
Yeah,
you. So it's
I
probably just like
know.
meow versus meow.
Night seas versus deathberries. I was telling my partner Tag about this, about the tribe versus clan stuff, and they joked about like, oh, is the big bad like does the big bad have a rabbit tooth, brass knuckles, and like named something like malefactor or something like that for Scourge?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I missing here? Yeah, that's funny.
um it's funny like where they drew the line of like this is called this, but like prey's still called prey. Like that felt like there's some missed opportunities there.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. But I feel like I have to say something. That's kind of an ominous thing for you to have written, which is you have a note that says Taylor is a real feather tail. What does that mean?
Yeah, I saw that too, and I wondered what
yeah, let's get into it. I don't mean anything,
I mean,
anything by it besides like I wrote it before she died.
Yeah, I'm gonna die in a cave.
No, I wrote it before she sacrificed herself. Also, I wrote it because you love Crowpaw.
Oh yeah.
Real Crowpaw stan.
Yeah, and my husband is so much like Crowpaw. Just an edgy, scrappy little guy trying to fight everyone.
He loves Spider-Man 3.
he's always leaping into
Spider-Mans.
He's leaping into fights constantly, and everyone is put off by how mean he is.
That's Mike. Speaking of Crowpaw, though, Crowpaw's good at cussing. He knows how to do it right. Like he's like fox dung to this. Perfect phrasing. I love it. Take your paws off of her, you piece of fox dung. He loves saying fox dung, but it's like he does it good.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that. Okay. Dappletail, we talked about her being a stupid piece of shit.
Yeah.
I do have a prediction similar to Margot's about the cats killing a two-leg. I think at some point in the series, the cats are going to sabotage / try to kill a monster while it sleeps. Like them being sleeping in the forest. I feel like a plan could be made to be like, we're gonna go in there and like try to sever their arteries or something, like cutting like
their arteries.
cut a oil line or something. Yeah. What else do I have to say? I'm finding it to be. I don't think this is going to change at all.
Did you also lose?
Ooh, am I freezing?
No. Did you also? Yes. Okay. Margot's gone.
Yeah.
That's okay. Keep talking.
She'll be back. This isn't going to change, but what I would like is if they were referencing past events that we weren't there explicitly to experience in past books, because they'll always be like, it'll be Leafpaw being like, oh, you mean like when you and Greystripe went and fed food to Wind Clan that one time? And it's like, you could just talk about like a general, like how they helped other clans, like not the specific time that was like, I don't know. I wish that would happen. I also, maybe this did happen and I just like missed it when I was listening, but there were parallels between the two, like the A plot and B plot with the Deathberries.
Oh yeah.
It felt like there should be. They didn't tie them together. The author didn't tie them together, like as if Squirrel Paw had stepped on some deathberries and it made, or Leafpaw stepped on some deathberries and then Squirrel Paw was like, "Oh, we could use deathberry." For some reason I'm thinking about deathberries and like we use that with a rabbit, but they were just like simultaneously doing deathberry things, but they weren't talked about.
I felt like that because there were a lot of times where they were experiencing similar things, and it worked really well as a transition between the two like POVs, but wasn't like specifically mentioned as like they're, feeling connected. Because I liked that maybe they were still connected even though they didn't realize that they were. Zay, did you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Just real quick, the only one I wanted to talk about on stream is we've talked before about the books being kind of bloody and deaths, but this one is brutal. Like, there's a kit starves, one of our heroes dies, elders die. Like, it's bloody and brutal. I didn't count them because like a lot of the tribe dies and we just don't even get names or numbers, but a lot of cats die in this one.
True. Okay, let's do lines we liked. I'll go first because I just have one, which is Leafpaw thinking to herself about Mothwing. What is going on inside that beautiful golden head? I loved that so much.
Yay!
It's so good.
Okay. But that's the only one that I grabbed.
I had just a few. I liked moving like a shadow. Stone Teller padded to and fro, peering into the puddles, shown in the moonlight, and the mud on his fur looked more sinister and stone-like than ever. A lot of the descriptions around Stone Teller and specifically the cave of pointed stones was really good.
Yeah.
I also liked, I forget who says this, but someone says, "You're all as crazy as hares in New Leaf." Just a good catism. Very good. Also, paraphrasing a line, but early on when Stormfur is like recounting the previous book, he does basically say, "Somehow Midnight learned to tell the future." And it's very somehow Palpatine Return vibes.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't go like, "I wonder how." He's just like, "He traveled the world and somehow learned to tell the future." I'm like, I think I would want to know.
They probably announced how Midnight learned to see the future in Fortnite, and then that's like you have to play Fortnite to know about that.
Oh, yeah, you have to have played Fortnite.
Yeah. Melanie, do you know the lore that the somehow Palpatine returned is because there was like a drop in Fortnite that was basically the plot of before the last Star Wars movie came out. It was like a transmission in Fortnite that was like Palpatine talking about how he'd been cloned and like came back or whatever. But that's why it's like not in the movie because it was in Fortnite.
No.
Oh yeah, this is an info dump.
Well,
Star Wars
I'm gonna correct. Yeah.
Info dump.
I'm gonna correct and say it's not in the movie because J.J. Abrams is shit writer.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, true. Oh, Snake Swarm got a bingo!
Because of capitalism.
Oh
yes.
No, we are losing Margot more and more frequently. No. Okay, Snake Swarm, do you want VIP or do you want a gift sub? I'll give you one of them. Let me know.
Fine on my head.
Margot's lagging so much I don't even know what she's responding to or saying.
Do we think that August is killing the connection?
August is wiggling the internet cord. You're past an hour and a half.
I need you back.
Okay, Mel, what's
I guess I can see my lines, but I want to
lines.
see Margot's face while I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah, she's not on the overlay. She's in
completely fine on my end. Yeah, I can see.
That's
so weird. Now in video, but not in the overlay. I
see you on the overlay. Hang on, let me do some stuff. Maybe that'll work. Melanie, read your lines while I. Oh,
yeah,
she's back.
Okay, good. So the first line that I have down, it's in pretty poor taste now.
Uh-oh.
But Stormfur is talking about how he, quote, managed to edge his sister away from the rest. And I was like, nasty. And she's dead now. And so I can't joke about edging your sister.
Pretty bad. No. Pretty gross.
actual ones that I think are nice and I like are her eyes focused on Crowpaw, and Storm first saw in them a lifetime of love for the difficult young apprentice, enough to sweep their clan's rivalry away forever. I'm getting choked up reading that out loud right now. It's so
Yeah.
and then when Silverstream's there to like, I guess, kind of shepherd her away to StarClan, she is telling Stormfur, I will take care of her. And he's like, we took care of her. It's so sad. Those are my favorite ones.
That's good. Those are good ones.
Oh, it gets me. It gets me.
Melanie, do you want to do your rating?
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I got a 7 out of 9 lives. It's pretty good, and I did cry. Like, what the fuck? I didn't see Feathertail dying at the end. That was a twist. The fact that we're getting cats kidnapped at the end, I didn't see that coming. I thought that Hawkfrost might have killed Mistyfoot. So the fact that she maybe got like snatched up, like that's interesting. I like not. Yeah, I like not knowing where things are going, and so I'm excited. There's so much in this book, and it kind of, it makes me excited to read the rest of it.
I did 3 out of 5 blue stars. It was good. I was waiting for it to be great. I don't believe in half stars on principle. If I did, it would probably be like 3.5 stars because I did like it. But there were so many things that I was like the sharp tooth stuff. I was like, oh, this is so cool. Oh, okay. Kind of not okay, whatever. Or like, just things that I was like, this has the start of something really juicy. But I did like it. I did like the book.
No, we should have let Margo go first. Oh, okay.
Oh no. She's still frozen for me.
No. Margo.
Oh man, we're. I think it's a time-based thing. I feel like.
Let's talk about how. Oh wait, here we go.
Oh,
hurry,
quick,
Margo.
Say your rating. Say your rating. Oh! God damn it! This is the streamiest stream we've had. I feel like.
My internet next to Margo's internet makes my internet look like a hot girl. Like that's the hot girl internet.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay, say it.
Yeah,
I
think for future we need to know we're on a short time frame because about 9:30 I'm in trouble. So
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
speed along. For me it's a 4 out of 5 clans. I like the world building. I've complained about like stalling and spinning wheels, but I love the side adventure nature of this. I think it was a lot of fun. The characters and the dynamics are really growing on me. I talked about that a lot, and I was surprised. Like both big twists at the end, I was surprised by. I've got some nitpicks, but overall, I really like it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make an executive decision because we usually on the stream with metrics. We actually talked off stream that we're gonna do metrics a little bit differently. I didn't have time to implement it for this stream, but what we're gonna do from now on, because we all felt like we like keeping track of the metrics, but it kind of drags on a little bit at the end of the episode. We're usually running late on, like we're going too long. The internet is cutting out. So from now, I'm gonna make a little graphic that in future streams, a thing will pop up on the overlay that'll be like, here's our metrics for for this book, and then in the YouTube VOD there'll be a little thing too. So I didn't have time to implement that because we just talked about it on Sunday, but I think for the metrics, in the interest of time,
Mine changed a lot this time. I do want to mention mine.
It's so late. It's 10 p.m.
This is the first time I've ever been at Warrior level 5.
Okay. I'm skipping my metrics. I'm not going over them, but you can, if you two want to go over yours.
The fact that both Margo and I are at Warrior level 5, I feel like is notable.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not doing mine.
also just make it quick because I do have to get up in the
No,
morning.
that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to point out that we're level
Okay,
5.
okay.
I'm fucking ready to go, baby.
I was gonna say let's post about it in the
Yeah,
Discord and talk, and we'll still talk about it for people watching the YouTube VOD. I'll put a little thing that'll be like a graphic. But yeah, we're doing metrics a little differently, and in the future it'll be more polished. Okay, well, everybody, before we go, once again, we would like to say fuck ice. We hate ice. You guys are losers. You're gonna lose
Abolish
because you're
DHS.
losers.
I want to flip the double bird right now, but I would just be flipping off you two and our beautiful audience. And
Yeah. True. Yeah, you'd just be flipping us off. Here's a link again to that Reddit post that has some anti-ice resources. Check it out if you can. Participate in stuff that you can participate in. And with that, kitty pets and warrior cats, that's our episode for today. You can find us online. I'm everywhere as Roll for Felicity, Melanie's Lemony Drews, Margot's Wild J Blue. Until next time, may StarClan guide you and keep your eyes peeled for Shadow Clan warriors. Bye!